Hello. Is
Hello.
it captured?
Yes. Hold on.
Hi. Um, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know that my
His
twin
name is
brother has been
Clinton.
here before, and I'm just she decided to bring me on to discuss something different. So
Yeah.
yeah,
One try to explore topics into relationships. This is 9 to 3, and it's supposed to encompass everything about my life experiences as well as some things here and there.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's get the show on the road.
Yes.
What's the question?
So,
Talking about today?
is cheating a deal breaker for you?
Depends.
On what?
I think that I understand people who say that it's like an automatic deal breaker. I get it. I totally get it. I think that one can see why someone would consider that, especially because if you're dealing with a partner who knows that it's not an automatic deal breaker, for you, the person might take certain liberties. But that said, for me, the reason why I say it's not an automatic deal breaker is because I think it's kind of nuanced.
Mm.
So, my first reaction to being cheated on isn't just, yeah, that's the end, done, bye bye, screw
Why?
you, whatever. Because I believe that people can genuinely make a mistake. I know that you're going to come and say, oh, you just slip and fall into it and all that.
Which
But
one is
cheating-
genuinely making a mistake?
But
It's a
cheating
mistake,
isn't
it's a
only
mistake.
sex.
But a mistake is a mistake.
Yeah, but cheating isn't only sex. A kiss is cheating.
I know.
Exactly. So do you realize that you can be caught in a moment for 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
So you're
and
trying
you
to
lose
tell me because you were caught in a moment, then I should assume you didn't mean it.
It's possible that you didn't mean. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should assume that. I'm saying that it's possible.
Why?
Because do you know the reason why people don't want you to be talking to your exes and to be around your exes?
Because that chapter's closed?
No, it's because that ex might still have some effect on you or some memory that they can pull back. I know that you're heartless.
I'm not.
So, but if you're dating someone who, for instance, maybe was in a relationship for 7 years with someone previously, they've broken up, it wasn't acrimonious, the other person didn't, it wasn't like, oh, this person treated me horribly or anything like that. Maybe just things just didn't work out and you got to a point you were like, let's break up, right? But in those 7 years, there were moments that were shared, and especially maybe romantically, people had like a connection that was great, right?
Wow.
So you move on, you're in your new relationship, you're going steady. You don't plan to run to this person or anything. But somehow you end up in a situation where this person is around you and it could be an elevator or something. But it's a vulnerable place.
Because
point
this
I'm
one
making,
is a
the point I'm making,
K-drama.
No, the point I'm making is that you could be in a vulnerable spot. It could be a party that you're at or a get together or something, and then you run to this person. How are you doing? All of that.
And you just kiss.
No, but things can happen. An emotion can be drawn. That person knows you. You have to understand that person knows you because the person was with you for 7 years. The person knows the things that move you, and maybe that person just wants to be mischievous or whatever. But the point is that you can get lost in a moment, 10 seconds. I don't think 10 seconds of indiscretion where you got lost before you caught yourself and you got yourself out of that situation is enough reason to end a beautiful budding relationship or whatever.
Okay,
I think that
I have a contrast.
okay.
If the spur of the moment is considered a mistake, how then would you now categorize being drunk? The one that actually may be a mistake.
Being drunk.
Yes.
It can still be a mistake.
So you want to tell me when you are sober and you cheat, I should tell me a mistake. Then when you are drunk and can actually be a mistake,
no, but this is the point I'm making. If my girlfriend comes to me and says, I'm sorry, I cheated. This is what happened. Or if it comes to say I cheated, right? My first reaction isn't how dare you cheat? Blah 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 blah. I'm done with this. This is disgusting. Blah, blah. My first reaction is I want to know the nature of it. I want to know whether it's something where you had 50 different chances to stop yourself
But you didn't.
and didn't. I want to know whether you consciously put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
Because then I'll be able to evaluate what does this mean for our relationship? Is it because there was something that you weren't getting here that you went to seek outside? You don't want me anymore. You get I can reach better conclusions if I understand what happened. Now the reason why sometimes some people don't disclose that they cheated, especially if it's something that was a one-time thing, a 10-second mistake, is that this thing is yes, this happened. I regret it. But I love this person I'm with. And I'm going to make sure that this cannot happen again. But the minute I tell this person, I might be losing a beautiful thing over a 10-second mistake. And I don't think it's worth it because this person might not get over it. This person might, think the worst of it or whatever. So they'd rather not say. But I want to be the kind of partner that you know that, okay, I can tell you anything. And your first reaction isn't to blow up, isn't to lose your mind, isn't to do something, crazy or something. I'm not afraid of your reaction. I'm just like, okay, I can come to this person and be honest. And even if it means that we're breaking up, like we are on the same page, like I can talk to you.
And I was about to ask you this, like, while you process cheating to be something that is contextual, because in this case that's what can be. And do you also realize that before you decide on how you see cheating, the partner you're with may have a totally different view of it and may not process it the same way.
That's fine.
You're taking it.
Yes, that's fine. That's well known. In fact, there's a reason why you do realize that a lot of women that forgive cheating, if they cheated, even by mistake, once, meanwhile the other person cheated 50 times and you forgive. When is your turn and you cheated once, the guy can still say, I'm not doing it again, I'm disappointed, you betrayed me. And then you're like, but I forgot, I didn't tell you. Did I ask you to forgive? Like, did I force you to forgive me? For me, I can't take it. A lot of guys that cheat can't take it.
It's crazy how you guys cannot eat what you dish out.
That's them, not me. I'm not
Because
like that.
a lot of Nigerian guys falter under this particular thing. And
of course.
You see situations where they now say, oh, you know what, it's in a man's nature. It's totally fine for us to cheat.
No,
if my woman cheats, I don't know what I will do. And then you now ask them the question, well, how about if you cheat? They will do a very convenient excuse of, because I mean, it's a man that's the head of the house. It's a man that's this, it's a man that's that. I can do this, I can do that.
One where they tell you that a woman cheating usually involves emotions. But a man cheating usually just...
and then the second excuse is when you're tired of eating a good food, you know, we'll go find a bono.
Like say you self no feed.
Do you get? Or I beg you, woman time they count. Man ever young, so I have time to do anything. A woman go they fear to find.
That's why my point is
a lot of bullshit.
My point is that I think everybody there's a quote from Boardwalk Empire where the protagonist Johnson, Knock Johnson says, we all have to decide how much sin we can live with. In this context is everybody gets to decide what they can accept and what they can't. Because sometimes there are people that will say they can forgive cheating and they forgive the cheating, but from that point on, it's not the same anymore for them. They can't go back to what it was, and it basically just destroys the relationship. And I'm better off if they just say, "Oh, I'm not doing it again. Thank you very much. You have cheated. I can't deal with it. I can't handle it." Rather than persist.
I think that's where I fall on that, because whether it is,
if you feel like you can't handle it,
a mistake, it was the spot, the moment,
but you cannot
really
see the person the same again.
Exactly.
And
your view from me just changes. In fact, I now become a very, very petty version of myself because of that.
Exactly.
I'll end up always reminding you
that you did that. Exactly. You always find a way.
In fact, because of that, I will try to justify you being bad and mean. to that thing
Yeah.
you've done.
And I've seen that happen firsthand, experienced it. So I
Oh,
know
God.
what that looks like, right? Where someone says they've forgiven you for something,
Oh, no,
but then
never.
they hang it over your head
I don't know.
endlessly,
When they
and they
really
feel like they're
say
justified.
that forgiveness thing, forgive and forget, right? I wonder. I'm like, am I supposed to forgive and somehow
Pretend
find
that it
somewhere
didn't
to
happen.
bury it?
Yeah.
Yes, but it can't happen because there's something called memory.
Yeah,
As you've told me. I can forgive you, but I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I'm not forgetting you. I will
And
do you back.
it's totally understandable, to be honest, because um, that's why I say that at the end of the day, you have to get to the point where you know what you can handle and what you can't handle. The reason why I can say that, oh, I can be calm, is because I know that I have the capability to be calm in that kind of situation, try to understand, and to forgive it if I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's not worth losing this person over.
I mean,
Do you get?
my younger self would usually react to getting cheated on. Of course, then you tell me that probably um a very young, meaningless relationship.
Yeah.
Then I would be so helpless, right? But right now it's like if I get cheated on, right? I don't know. Rather than being emotionally down, I am crazily vengeful.
Yeah.
Like I'm not actually feeling the emotions of wanting to cry and ask why. It's more or less like, oh, you did it? Okay, cool.
I'll do my own
I'll do
back.
my own back.
And the thing is, when you're in a relationship, you should not be in the mindset
I was
of do
told
my own
that.
back. It's just better to just break up on the spot. Just say, you know what,
It's over.
be going, bye bye. It's better for
Au
everyone
revoir.
than for you to be
Right.
trying to. So, like in that's why I say that if you know you cannot handle it, you know that if you do this to me, and I stay in that relationship, you are going to see Pepe. It's just better to break up. And
Right.
it's like, I can't. So from the start, you tell the person that the day you cheat on me,
That's
you
the
lose me.
end.
Now, if you cheat and I don't know, let's believe the day I find out,
It's the end.
that's the end. So it's better not to cheat at all.
I really don't know.
I don't
how.
think that you get away with it because you
Yeah.
think I will not know because I will find out or something like that.
Yeah, I really don't know how people would sit back and make the excuse of loving someone so deeply, and then you conveniently cheat because you feel like you have the excuse
Yeah.
for it, and you expect that person in their wholeness of being human to just be like, you know what, excuse approved.
So, like for me now, trust is the most important factor in a relationship. Now, the reason why I also need that understanding of what happened, or what transpired, or what led to it is also because from that point, when I've analyzed the situation, I'll be able to know if whatever trust exists or existed before you did it can still exist after. If after evaluating, even if it was
They're
like
going to
a
weigh.
mistake,
It's going to be action and
yeah,
effect.
I'll look at it and say, do I think that I can still trust this person after this? And if the answer is no, even if I feel, it was a mistake, it's not worth losing over, that trust
How about your peace?
is so important.
For your mental health and
Yeah,
your
it's
peace.
important because I don't want to be in a situation where tomorrow you are in some place
And your heart.
and I'm wondering like,
Are they
is she
doing
going,
it?
yeah, do you understand? And I'm worried about
Like it just makes you now turn into a guardian over a toddler that you feel like, okay, if I let this toddler out of my sight for even a split second,
because that's
they would
adult.
mess something up.
That's a whole adult. You shouldn't have to do that. But another thing with me, which might be the reason why I'm the way I am and I'm like that, is that I'm not a possessive person at all, which I mean has been a problem for a lot of women that I've met
because they like someone who's very secure and you know what, strict.
Because I feel like it's very hard to be both. To be possessive and at the same time
show some sort of like, I'm the man of this house.
You get if you're possessive, you're going to be jealous. You might be overbearing a bit. It might be hard for you to be like, okay, I can trust this person to have a male best friend or stuff like that because you're possessive. Being possessive is a very jealous, intensive emotion. this is mine. This is my woman. My woman. Why? It's like the starting
It becomes
point.
very
You have
overwhelming too.
to continue to
Be
check
possessive.
yourself.
You actually still have to keep up that fun
And
because
you have to
somehow
possess
somehow
and
it becomes very fixed into your relationship that
Yeah.
you don't realize
And if
that
you
whenever
don't do
you're
it,
not that,
she thinks,
there's like, oh, you don't love
is there
me
another
anymore.
girl here?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
love me
yeah.
anymore. Because I mean, why are you okay with this? I expected you to.
Be
And it's a
fierce.
very
And
funny
you know
thing.
some girls actually enjoy you
Yeah, they
being
like it.
wild and mean.
They
Like,
like it.
and some actually enjoy you being in control. But then they get pissed off when you become obsessed. And
Obsessed.
controlling.
And that's because
But they
they
want
don't
you to
realize
control.
that it's a spectrum. When you start from there,
It goes.
after a while, it starts to advance and advance until you get into dangerous territory.
Jesus.
So that's why I like the fact that I'm not possessive. I mean, of course, everybody wants to still feel like at least
Yeah.
be a little jealous.
I mean,
You get
Mhm.
be a little jealous. But for me, it's like I can be completely logical.
Mhm.
And even in my life, I've probably been jealous maybe like 7 times
Huh.
in like my entire life, and I can count every single one. And every single time I realized that, oh, this is the emotion I'm feeling. What did I do? I sat with myself and I said, why am I feeling this way? Okay,
Yeah.
I identified it and I dealt with it and I got rid of it. You understand? But not many people can do that. That's just my approach to life in general. Like I feel like life should be simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I like my peace of mind. I like peace. So I know the kind of things I can deal with, things I can handle, and things I can't handle. And if I sit with you, I'm like, okay, what was the first thing? Like, what was the significance of cheating? What was it about? And I understand it, and I feel like, you know what? She's remorseful. She made a mistake. She don't like it to be, but we still talk about how you can avoid that kind of thing ever happening again. And of course, there'll be the idea that, okay, you know what? Can't make this kind of mistake again because it's going to be hard for me to trust you after that. And if I can't trust you, then what are we doing? Because the truth is, because of the way I'm not possessive, I can see you with your male best friend or some person I say is your friend, and I won't be bothered. Like, oh, we're going out together, we're going to watch a movie together, and I won't be bothered because that's your best friend. Like, until you give me a
doesn't really work for me though.
Yeah. But until you
I
give
wanna
me-
be. I'm going to tag along. Let's go
That's
together, all of us.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
All 3 of us. I don't mind
Because-
you having the male or female whatever, but
But I
I
want
would
to be there.
dare.
Now the thing with me is I'm very liberal with my trust. If I can withdraw it. So like you have to give me a reason for the trust you've got. So I'm liberal with it. Don't take advantage of it, right? Like I'm liberal. You can hang or whatever. I'm not bothered. I just feel like you know that it's me you want, right? And you have made it clear that it's one you want. So it doesn't make sense for you to be doing it. But the minute you now cross that line and give me a reason to distrust you, then there's a problem because now that trust is going to be strong automatically. It's not even like a conscious thing. It's like the next time I now see you with someone like that, or I'm like,
Don't cheat.
I think going to you get
Don't
because you have given me a reason.
So you don't lose good people in your life.
So
Don't cheat.
then what I'll just say is you have to know what you can live with and what you can live with.
I mean, date your
But
type
also,
and get your clear standards
you have to-
right
yeah,
from
you have to
the
have
beginning.
standards. You have to have standards. You have to have like clear standards, clear everything. You have to have clarity
Yeah.
about everything and know what you're doing and what you're accepting and what you're not. And at the end of the day, there's one sentence that I always think about. It's from my favorite movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower. You've seen that movie, no? It's my favorite movie ever. Mostly because Charlie, the protagonist, is me. Yeah. And Charlie asks his teacher, why do we always pick the wrong people to whatever? That says they accept the love we think we deserve. And then Charlie ends up with his crush one time. She's an older babe. And then she's also miserable, and then she asks him like the same question. And he says they accept the love we think we deserve. And every time I think about it, it just works. Every time something is happening in your relationship, in anything, you have to ask yourself, is this the love I think I deserve. You have to personalize it. If you don't ask yourself that constantly, you're going to end up losing sight, especially if you're with a gaslighter or whatever. You're going to lose sight of standards that you should hold like all the time. Is this the love I think I deserve? So someone is treating you horribly, someone is and then you just find yourself accepting or compromising. You have to stop yourself and be like, is this the love I think I deserve? That's also my way of looking at like I tell people, okay, as long as you think this is the love you deserve,
By all means, go for it.
go for it. But me, this is not the love I deserve, so I'm not going to. So that question always keeps me in check, especially when I'm accepting nonsense from people. I'm like,
Right?
this is not the love I think I
Maybe
deserve,
maybe
so I
not
can't
fall
accept
for-
this. It's fine.
Maybe not fall for situations that will end up being I don't know if I should call it down.
Yeah.
Well, at this point.
Because
But-
one thing with bad relationships and compromising and all of that is that you get to a point
You've lost yourself.
lose
Yeah. There's nothing else left to salvage.
yourself,
Nothing
your
else to give.
self-esteem, everything, and
Nothing
then
else at all.
you're not able to even know what you deserve anymore. You're not able to stand up to a standard anymore. It's just like
you just take
you just
whatever is given.
bullshit,
Okay, fine.
and then you rationalize it with
It's
we're in
normal.
love, it's
Yeah.
love, these things happen, all of that. But you have to be able to stop yourself.
Don't be that person.
And that's why you need sometimes also you need like external people that still have the objectivity and tell you that
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah. So for me, I'm just going to leave you guys with this one thing, right? As much as we're all deserving of love, we should also ensure that in the pool where we're searching for it, we filter out what doesn't really suit our taste. There's no award, right? For how long or how deep, how be it, right? That you can love. But ensure it's rewarding, it's worth it. And it's actually something you can comfortably deal with without worry or, let me not bore you with plenty talk because I am also still learning, honestly. He's still learning. No one here is perfect. We're just giving our 2 cents. And we hope that, you to find someone who won't cheat on you and make you feel less of yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
So, we'll see you next time. Bye.